Hello everyone, welcome to the first ever Instant Burn from Trilogy Sports. So let's get right down to it and dig into the game we had last night. The Eagles started this game on the road as good as we could have asked. Brees tested them deep, first play of the game, LeBlanc gets the interception, sets a nice tone. Foles gets the ball back, drives downfield, finds Matthews open, touchdown. Eagles defense, Saints, 3 and out. Foles gets the ball back, leads them downfield, rushes up the middle himself, over the top, touchdown. Eagles up 14-0. You feel great at this point if you're an Eagles fan. Saints get the ball back. Eagles defense makes them punt. Look good coming down the field again. And this is the turning point in the game, in my opinion, is Foles with the pick, trying to go to Ertz deep. He underthrew him. Foles had a few underthrown balls last night, which is something we haven't seen from him. But this was definitely a huge turning point in the game. So the Saints have the ball back at this point. Eagles defense shuts them down again. Comes down to 4th and 1. The punt team comes out, and you see Hill trotting out with them. The Eagles know something's up. Everyone in the world knows the Saints are going to do something here. Sean Payton at home, losing in the playoffs. He knows he needs a turning point to get the crowd back into the game. It's a direct snap to Hill. He rushes up the middle, first down. This is a play the Eagles need to make to win the game. If you stop Hill there, you're getting the ball on the 30-yard line. You're walking with at least 3 points, probably 7 the way they were playing up to that point. And the Saints are completely out of the game. Instead, they have new momentum. The crowd's back into it. They drive down the field. They score on 4th and goal. Kirkwood touchdown. Saints get 7 points, make it 14-7. The rest of the game, the Eagles don't score and lose 20-14. There's no other real highlights from the rest of the game. There's nothing really to talk about on the Eagles side. They didn't look great. They looked flat. Defense just got abused. Michael Thomas absolutely shredded this defense with Drew Brees. He probably didn't even need another receiver on the field. There's nothing the Eagles could have done to stop him. He's a gamer, top 5 receiver in the league. There's nothing and nobody on the Eagles team that was going to stop him last night. In typical Eagles fashion, though, they have a chance to win the game at the end here. We're driving downfield. I'm not sure where the miscommunication was here, why we're even running a play before the 2-minute warning. The last thing we want to do is give Brees the ball back with time when all he needs is a field goal. We saw how that worked out with the Bears last week. We were fortunate enough that Parkey misses the field goal. Lutz probably isn't missing that field goal if he has the chance here. But we rush a play. Ball goes through Alshon Jeffrey's hands. Lattimore picks it, and that's the game. Jeffrey makes that catch 99 times out of 100. The one time he drops it, I'm not going to blame the guy. He brought us the Super Bowl last year. Played his heart out this year. Played through cracked ribs. Say what you want to say, but let's not trash Alshon. I was pretty impressed seeing the fans online. Everyone seemed pretty supportive of him, and it felt pretty good seeing how Parkey got treated from Chicago fans and how great the Eagles fans were treating Alshon last night. It's great, especially, we threw snowballs at Santa Claus 30 years ago, so keys to the game that really led to the Eagles' loss last night. That Foles pick to Ertz early on changes the momentum of the play. The Eagles' inability to get off the field on long 3rd downs, long 2nd downs, and those 2 4th down plays that were converted absolutely killed this team. Jeffrey dropping the ball absolutely changes the game here. If he makes that catch, there's no doubt in my mind we're scoring. What Brees does with the ball, who knows, but we're scoring at that point. I think every player on the team felt the same way. And ultimately, you never want to make excuses, but Eagles injuries absolutely demolished them this game as well. Peters goes out with an injury. What else is new? Brooks, poor guy. He's been phenomenal for this team since he came back from his mental health issues. Guy's a Pro Bowler, one of the best guards in the league. Tears his Achilles. We're probably going to miss him for at least half next year, if we get him at all. Fletcher in and out of the game, tries his best to keep playing. He leaves the game in a boot. Rasul Douglas in and out of the game. Could have used him on a few plays, but again, ultimately, no one's stopping Michael Thomas. This team is banged up. As much as I always hate to see an Eagles loss, the thing that got me through thinking about it today is this team wasn't going anywhere moving forward. We have so many injuries built up. Say they do pull off the miracle win last night. We're going on the road again to the Rams, who I know we just beat a couple weeks ago, but you're probably not getting a healthy Jason Peters. You're going on Brooks. You're not getting a healthy Cox. The already banged up secondary probably doesn't have Rasul next week at that point, or he's in and out. Alshon's playing through broken ribs. As great as last year's run was with so many injuries and the underdog story and how everyone in the city got behind this team and You're right. It's a Sunday night football game. They can win anytime. Any team can. But the chances of this team coming back from this many injuries again, it's improbable. It's not going to happen 9 out of 10 times. Probably the same chances of Alshon dropping that ball or the same chances of us repeating with the injuries we had this year. That being said, I want to look at next year, answer the questions you guys send it to us on Twitter. The first question, I absolutely knew this question was coming. I laughed as soon as I saw it in our DMs. What do we do with Foles versus Wentz this offseason? In my opinion, guys, this isn't a debate anymore. Let's get over it. This is Carson Wentz's football team moving forward. Nick Foles has done some great things for this team, for this city, bringing us our first Super Bowl. But at the end of the day, it's hard to argue the talent that Wentz has compared to Foles. When they went on this run coming back at the end of the year with Foles, the team was a lot healthier than when Wentz had it. So we can talk about Foles magic and Saint Nick, everything we want, but Carson Wentz's intangibles are 10 times better than what Nick Foles has. So what do we do with Foles? Nick Foles will be traded this offseason. I would probably bet they franchise tag him and trade him, similar to what you saw the Dolphins do to Jarvis Landry this offseason. He's just too valuable of an asset. He wants to start. He deserves to start somewhere. I think Foles understands the situation. I think he knows he's going to be dealt. The question is to where. There's a few good fits for him. Denver, Foles could easily wind up there. Miami's another situation would fit him well. Jacksonville, Foles isn't that old. He has some good years of football left. He's just not going to be playing football in Philly anymore. Next question we got was the running back situation. What should the Eagles do moving forward? Do they stay in-house? Do they draft somebody? Do they trade somebody? The running back is probably one of our worst positions this year. With Sproles being hurt early, Jay Ajayi getting hurt, Corey didn't finish the rest of the year, Smallwood, horrible at the beginning of the year, came on strong at the end. Josh Adams, we really didn't give him a fair shake throughout the year. So I see a mixture of taking advantage of some guys later in the draft with the 11 picks that they have and giving some more guys in-house a chance to take that starter role moving forward. Smallwood did look good. Josh Adams has looked good in spells, but both of them aren't going to fit on this team, and Josh Adams, I imagine, wins the job next year. So the final question we have from you guys, with everyone who could leave this offseason, who stays and who goes for next year? I've looked over the list a few times. The players I see staying are Brandon Graham. I think the Eagles pay him. He deserves to be paid. He's going to get a decent deal. I imagine 3 or 4 years, somewhere around $9 million. He definitely will get the money from someone if it's not the Eagles, but I can't see them letting him walk. Darren Sproles, if he wants to stay, will absolutely be an Eagle next year. If he retires, that's great. He's had a hell of a career. But Doug Peterson's completely in love with him. I can't see him letting him walk. And the offense looks completely different with Sproles on the field, what he can do and spread the ball and open it up. Nate Sudfeld will absolutely be an Eagle next year if he wants to come back as well. They'll probably promise him the QB2 going into camp. With Carson Wentz's health, it might be his best chance to get onto the field at some point. Obviously, we hope the best for Wentz, and he's our franchise quarterback, but Sudfeld's a great backup there, and I can't imagine him turning down a QB2 job right away. Golden Tate and Jordan Matthews, out of the two, one of them will stay. If Tate leaves, you're going to get a compensatory pick back. Jordan Matthews isn't the player we thought he was going to be. He's a good team guy. Carson Wentz loves him. If Carson wants him back and Jordan doesn't get a great offer, I imagine he'll be back next year. Finally, with the offensive line holes we're going to have moving forward, I can't imagine them letting Chance Warmack leave. He knows the scheme. He knows the line. He's a plug-and-play kind of guy. He absolutely will not be starting on the line, but he's a good depth guy to have. One player I'm on the fence about, I'm not really sure what we're going to see out of him. Jordan Hicks has all the talent in the world. The problem is the guy just can't stay on the field. He's going to want some money. He's going to think he should get paid. The Eagles might not want to pay him with 11 draft picks. It's a position they could fill. If they think Jordan Hicks could stay healthy and get him on a team-friendly deal, he might stay. But someone may offer more money. He's going to have a decision to make. I don't really know if the Eagles match it. I could see him walking. I hope he stays if he's healthy. Definitely on the fence about him. Guys that I 100% see going, I can't see them paying Jay Ajayi. Guy's always injured. It's coming off another tough year of injuries. They have a ton of running backs in that room already. They're going to 100% use at least 1 or 2 draft picks on some late-round backs. I can't see them bringing Jay back. Nick Foles, I've already answered this question. Nick Foles is hopefully going to bring us back a pick, or I wouldn't be surprised to see them use Foles and one of their other picks to move up somewhere and get an offensive lineman in the first, second round. Mike Wallace is probably not going to be back with his team next year. To be honest, I forgot he was on the team for most of the year. Jason Peters probably not going to be back. I imagine he retires. He's going to be too expensive, too old. He will be cut or retire this year. Lodi Nagata, probably not going to be back with the team. He probably will retire. Corey Graham, can't see them re-signing him. And Richard Rodgers, I forgot he was on the team again. Another useless roster spot, another useless signing for the year. All right, guys, and finally, I want to thank you for sitting through our first Instant Burn. Obviously, this is new for us as it is for you. Our content's only going to get better moving forward. We appreciate all the feedback we've had with you guys online. That's what's motivated us to bring you some new content this year and try some new things. Please keep sliding in our DMs, telling us things you think we can do better or the conversations we're having. You guys are great to interact with. We definitely want to build on it. So thank you guys for sticking with us this long. Can't wait to bring you some more of the stuff we have planned for you. Have a good night. Thank you all.